Welcome to 70 System, this is DMG, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 7 pillars of role-playing, and this one is about interaction and role-playing itself. So if you're liking these videos, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/70system. Click the like button and of course the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get notified when these videos come out. Now, interaction. Now, of course, you as players are interacting with one another, and this is foundational to the entire game. So of course this is a pillar from that aspect, that the players will interact with one another. This is a social game. It is very important that people do communicate and they are given an opportunity to communicate. So in various games there is obviously turn-based sort of thing. I think it's important that as a dungeon master, GM, director, whatever it is you are in the game, you need to be sure that each character is given a decent amount of time to interact with the group. If you have one person that is dominating the group, you need to cut them off and allow the other players to continue. And having a very well-defined turn structure and also limiting the amount of time that people can have to say, listen, you can't take more than a minute to describe what it is you're doing because we have to move on to other players. Especially if you have a large group, it's very difficult if you're going to have 6 or more players and one person is going to talk for 15 minutes and just bulldoze their way through. So very important, interaction between players is vital to the game. Of course, in the game itself, interaction with non-player characters helps drive the entire story along. There are a variety of different characters in the storytelling series on this channel. We're going to talk about different types of characters. We're going to talk about heroes, mentors, oracles, tricksters, shadows, shapeshifters, monsters, villains. All these kinds of things are important character types that we will cover in that series. You as a player will interact with these through the dungeon master, the GM, the director, or whatever. And as a director, it's your duty to give these characters the most interesting persona that you can. Make these characters as interesting as possible. So not only does it keep the players engaged, it drives the story forward. So if you're going to do anything, it's very important to consider these characters and how important they are to actually driving the story and keeping the players engaged. So as a dungeon master, it is one of the probably the most difficult things is to breathe life into characters. It's something it takes a long time to master. But there are a lot of little tricks, and a lot of different videos on the internet can teach you all these little tricks about how to make characters more interesting. But as we go through in the storytelling section of this series, we will, of course, talk about the different types of characters and how to make them more interesting. But this is a foundational pillar of role-playing. Interaction is extremely important. Of course, how you interact with these characters is extremely important as well. And in the next video, we will talk about how to use acting and voices to give it one aspect to the game, and how important that can or does not have to be. You don't have to be able to do this, but we will talk about that in the next video. So if you like this video, click the like button. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter /70system, and I'll see you in the next one.